Media madness, okay? It's like everything in the media nowadays is looking like Lie News and Newsmax, okay? A lot of people that is running the corporate media are also the predecessors' donors, okay? They're talking about the Biden's age and health, but what we're not talking about is the things that we should be talking about. It's like a distraction. Like, for instance, expanding the Supreme Court. What we need to be doing is expanding the Supreme Court, gun violence prevention, voting rights, civil rights, foreign policy, electoral reform, getting getting rid of the filibuster, protecting Medicare and Medicaid, expanding Medicare, infrastructure, protecting Social Security, addressing mental health, climate change, closing 19, term limits on the Supreme Court, and on reproductive rights. And another one, getting rid of the Federal Reserve as well on inflation. Those are the things that we should be talking about, not Biden's age and Biden's health. If we want to be talking about Biden, we should be talking about Biden in terms of restraint, in terms of character, and in terms of honesty, and in terms of great leadership. Compare and contrast to the predecessor that lied over 30,000 times when he was president and had 20 lies when he was at the RNC convention. And speaking of the RNC convention, it looked like a WWE wrestling and the W and Dana White of UFC and UFC. It did not look like a convention at all.
Okay.
It was just a bunch of clowns from Hulk Hogan to Dana White to Tucker Carlson. Bunch of clowns.
What you talking about, Michael?
Bunch of it was insane. I watched some of the convention, and just watch some highlights of the convention. So you didn't have to, and it just got on. It messed with my mental health a little bit just listening to these clowns.
So, what do you think about the unity part?
Unity. The only unity they're talking about was fight, fight, fight.
Can you get up every morning and fight, fight, fight?
You cannot get up in the morning and fight, fight every morning. You just cannot do that.
It's kind of stressful.
It's really stressful for your body and the mind to be fighting every morning.
And so, you think that in the speeches and what the news did it help any?
No, it's not helping any. It's just for corporate profits and for ratings. That's just what it is. What it is just for ratings. They're good for ratings. They're, addressing issues is not sexy. Addressing issues is not ratings boosting, but it's very important.
And so, what do you think that they did for like people that's in Biden age or between 60 and
In 65, you will have disrespected. Let me tell you what truly lost when they talk about, oh, Biden lost the debate. Let me tell you what really lost in that debate. The truth lost in that debate, and also too respecting our elders and wisdom. That was truly lost. Okay,
all right. So one of the things that you want to stress about Biden's age is what?
what I stress about Biden's age is about wisdom and leadership. That's what I stress the most.
And how
Let him have his legacy. Have his legacy. And plus, a lot of things is going to come to Kamala Harris anyway.
and so in other countries, how
In
do
other countries, they reveal their elders. Like in other countries, like Costa Rica, like in African countries, in South American countries, like Brazil and Colombia, they reveal our elders. That debate and what they're doing to Biden expose that we have disrespected our elders, that we don't like our elders.
they don't like aging
They
people?
don't like aging people, and we don't like to age, and we want to die young. We want to be like the 27-year-old club, like Jimi Hendrix and Amy Winehouse, okay? The 27 and over club, okay? You don't want to be dying in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or 90s. That's what it's exposed to.
Well, well. So is there anything else any other issues that you think they should be addressing?
We should be addressing the people like Project 2025, okay? What Project 2025 is going to do, it is going to wipe out everything. Like, for instance, Project 2025 calls for the end of Head Start, okay? That just means that younger people don't need an education, okay? Project 2025 is also going to get rid of IDA, the Department of Education, okay? Which is the IDEA, which is for unique abilities like Asperger, autism, and LVD. It's going to be disastrous consequences. It's going to be like a wipeout.
Okay. And what else did they mention about Project 2025?
In Project 2025, they also called for getting rid of most of the weather services that was free right now for accurate weather, like for tornadoes and for global climate change. Turned some of that function into privatization, which that means the information that you need, you're going to have to pay for it.
Do you think that the media is going to have a chance uh, if the predecessor got in? You think
When the predecessor gets in, the predecessor is a malignant narcissist. Not just any narcissist, not some normal narcissist, a malignant narcissist. You think he would forget what you said about him when he gets in the office? No, you're going to be going to modern day concentration camps.
And so when Nikki Haley got up on the stage,
They may look foolish. They made the predecessor never forget what you said about him. He makes you look for fools. Nikki Haley, Marco Rubio, and well, Tim Scott did not say anything about Trump, negatively about Trump. He was actually butt kissing and cooning for Trump. And that didn't work either. It's your color, okay? You notice all that.
And what did you think about his VP?
And his VP, J.D. Vance, about how he humiliated his J.D. Vance when J.D. Vance said that Donald Trump is America's Hitler, okay? And now he's the vice presidential candidate. What J.D. Vance just did as accepting the vice presidential candidate is that he just signed his death warrant. You ask Mike Pence. Ask Mike Pence.
Well, that means that J.D. Vance gonna have to do everything that
He's going not only he's going to be kissing his butt, he just signed his life away. That's what he just did. You just signed yourself a death warrant accepting the predecessor's vice presidential nominee. That's what you did.
well, that's what he wanted.
And that's what he wanted. And J.D. Vance don't have no principles either. The hillbilly agility, he exploited them, okay? J.D. Vance, read that book, Hillbilly Agility. But also he made profits off of people of the opioid crisis, J.D. Vance. He started a non-profit organization that tried to get people off of opioids. Well, guess what? He used that for his political career, J.D. Vance, while people with opioids died of addiction. And that is disgusting. That is J.D. Vance's character.
Okay, so after the long speech, the news even emphasized what?
They emphasized the part, the attempted assassination changed the predecessor. It changed Donald Trump. And he's not going to change. He's never changed. As a matter of fact, it's even worse. And did you know at the RNC, after that shooting, he never called the parents, victims, never called them. He is incapable of humanity. And not only that, the RNC, they were offering free AK-45s. Free AK-45s. That's insane. Can you believe that? AK-45s.
So
making a profit off of the fact that you were nearly even assassinated.
Do you think nobody seemed like they were addressing?
Nobody seems to address the real, and nobody seemed to care. They just want ratings. They just want ratings. But they're not addressing the malignant narcissist and the danger that you're going to put yourself into.
They need to look at George Conway's.
They need to look at George Conway's pack.
Yeah, he made a video.
He made a video in a pack about the malignant narcissist and a psychopath and a sociopath that this man really is.
You think he'll forgive anybody?
No, if the predecessor gets in, if Donald Trump, the predecessor, gets in, he will forgive nobody. What do you think is going to happen? Liz Cheney, Adam Kissinger, Rachel Maddow, they're going to be going to prison. That's what's going to end up happening. And
Mm.
anybody, and it's going to be a disaster, and it's only going to be worse for a person of color, especially if you're a Hispanic. It will be illegal for you to be a Hispanic if you in the United States, if the predecessor wins again, because he talks about getting rid of birthright citizenship and getting rid of all immigrants, not just illegal immigration, but all immigration.
Okay. That's all right.
But all immigration. That's what's going to end up happening. That means that all the people that were even legally coming to this country, that came here legally, you are going to be illegal immigrant overnight.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add?
What I would like to add is you're playing around with fire. You are you're worrying about Biden's age. You're worrying about the dumb stuff that if the predecessor gets in, he's going to go after everybody. He's going to use the IRS against you. He's going to use the Department of Justice against you. You're going to be false allegations. You go into prison, and you may not survive. You're not going to get out of this. You're going to be either in jail or worse, to the ground.
So, I got one question before you go. After this shooting, do you think that the predecessor will change?
The predecessor is never going to change. He's going to use it for profit. He's incapable of it. He is incapable of change. Period. When you're 78 years old, it's kind of hard to change your core. So the predecessor changing, I don't think so.
Okay, so you want to wrap it up? Last words?
For my last words today, media, get your shit together.
All righty.
Because we are in trouble. We are in big trouble. This is no time for nonsense. This is no time for you to make your profits.
And for your subscribers?
And for your subscribers, because you will be losing more subscribers if we don't stop this madness.
All right. So, after that, you're what?
After that, I'm out, and I'm going to be making a vlog. I'm out.